to go. I'm going to start streaming. Technically streaming right now, but you know how I do. All right, it is 10 o'clock. Hey everyone, my name is John Remedios. I am game designer and developer working for a little studio called Actual Humans, which is a thing that I run, and it's pretty much just me. Good morning, Laundry Bear. Hey, how's it going? Wow, I didn't see the... Man, I don't know how Twitch works. I don't know how this whole thing happens. I thought I could see who's in the chat, but I can't, so... Cool. Yeah, so today I'm just going to be doing some level design for my game Shoot Shoot Megapack. Yeah, let's just jump into it. In case anyone in the chat is not aware, Shoot Shoot Megapack is a minimalist party game. Yeah, about rules. It's about friendship. It's also about shooting. It's got a little bit of shooting in it. Yeah, you'll see a bit of the game if you're not familiar. Okay, do you like this? Do you guys like this whole thing? The overlay and stuff. I like it. I'm happy with it. Sorry if I'm popping my peas in the mic, because that's sort of my jam. I'm sort of a pea popper. Okay, let's do a fancy transition. Boom. Cool. Now we can see Unity better. This isn't... I'm calling this the first official Actual Human stream, dev stream, because I did one last night, and it was a literal nightmare. I tweeted out the wrong... Oh, I can see who's in chat by clicking the little list under the icon. Clicking that. Viewer list. Okay, I see, I understand. And then can I pop that out? Alright, I get it. Sick. Thank you. Yeah, I did a literal... No, yesterday's stream was a literal nightmare. I tweeted out the wrong URL. I also kept switching to a scene that I had set up in the stream that was just a black screen. And so as I was designing levels, I was talking about them, but there was nothing for anyone to see except for my stupid face. So I'm making sure that that's not going to happen today. Anyway, let's make a level. So, yeah, this is the level I made yesterday, which is pretty basic. It took me a while to get here, probably longer than it should have. But I'm, I want to finish testing this just a little bit because I haven't really had the opportunity. And it's pretty good. I'm happy with it. So the thing, oh shit, classic John. There's a reason why that happens. That's not worth explaining. Yeah, I tried making a triangle level yesterday, and it took me the better part of an hour to just make a triangle, because the Shoot Shoot Megapack is obviously very graphic and flat design inspired. So shapes are easy fodder for level design. So I spent most of the stream yesterday making a triangle, and then it took me 15 minutes to come up with an hourglass scheme, which I end up liking because when you have this rule applied, which is a rule called zoom, or zoom walls, or expando walls, or whatever the fuck you want to call them, it eventually gets to the point where it bisects the level into these two little triangles, which, kind of meets the goals that I was trying to meet yesterday. But the problem I was finding with the triangle is it just took up too much real estate of the screen, and it sucked. Yeah, I thought I would have a little bit more tuning to do on this level, but it seems to be a-okay. Let's kill that dude. Perfect. All right, let's make a new level. What are we gonna make? You know what? So, I'm gonna expand. Oh, that's not how that works. I have a concept called sectors in the game, and each sector sort of deals with its own unique stage mechanic. Sector 0 are sort of the basic stages, and that's what I'm going to be fleshing out today. Yesterday I made stage 16, which should really be called like stage 04 or something, but because I don't have the power of foresight, I ended up needing to put 16 after 3. Classic counting. Classic counting. Oh, so today's level, what's it gonna be? Yeah, I want to try making a hexagon and see, or a pentagon, either one, and see if that meets like sort of the design goals of the triangle that failed yesterday. Like I said, with the triangle, it was really claustrophobic, and didn't, you couldn't really move around while you were playing, and there's a joy in movement in this game that is important. So I'm really thirsty today. Ugh, yikes. All right, let's do some, let's make a pentagon. So I'm just gonna blow this stuff out of here. It doesn't matter. I'll tell you a little bit about how levels in Shoot Mega Pack are constructed. I have a stage which really just consists of two things: spawn points and obstacles. Obstacles are broken down into tiers for a feature that probably isn't really going to make it into the game, so I'm just going to move the mic a little closer. But when you build something and you don't want to unbuild it, because you know that feeling. I know that feeling. That feeling is most of my life. I'm just too lazy to make up for my past mistakes. Yeah, under the obstacle tier, you can put obstacles. It's pretty straightforward. And all you get with obstacles are these little dudes. You get a little square. Everything is built out of rectangles in Shoot Mega Pack. And it's pretty... I don't know that this is the ideal way to build levels. Like, it took me a long time to actually get to the point where I was building stages for the game, because I had this vision of a level editor, and then eventually that took the back burner for so long that I don't have time to build it. So Unity is now my level editor. Whoops-a-daisy. It's fine, but when you have to deal with things like expanding walls, which is the biggest consideration when making levels, it's okay. It's pretty good. You're pretty good, Unity. Anyway, the way everything is built is from like this little basic square, and if you check out the inspector, I use a framework called TK2D, and that's not because I think it's better than Unity 2D. How Unity handles 2D, it's primarily just because I started building this game before Unity had 2D in it, and I think the next update after the original prototype, they released their first 2D stuff, and I was super bummed because I already dropped $60 on TK2D. It's fine. Yeah, I like it. It's cool. I would probably just recommend Unity's 2D stuff at this point, but I haven't played around with it enough to say whether or not that's actually a good idea. Anyway, so there are some general principles to level objects in Shoot Mega Pack. The first is this number 7.5. Their 2D is incredibly not optimized. Thanks, Nemo Grinder. Yeah, then you know what? Use TK2D. Be like John. Be like an actual human. I haven't really played around enough with it to know anything about its performance capacity. I've done a little bit with like their animator, and I'm not a huge fan. I much prefer the way that, at least for like sprite sheet animation. I much prefer TK2D's approach, but that's, I don't know, it's not that hard anyway. Yeah, so everything has to. Yeah, I don't use Unity's UI for anything. I haven't bought NGUI. I actually just make all my UI out of sprites, but it's a little bit easier for SSMP because I don't need any, like, I don't know. The UI is pretty static and doesn't require its own camera because the camera doesn't move or anything here. Yeah, so these little squares need to be a multiple of 7.5, and the only reason that's seemingly magic number, but it's actually just the width of one of these little spikes. And the only reason that I choose that is for aesthetic reasons, because I don't want any half corners or anything like that. So you'll see if I I don't know, what's something that's not divisible by 7.5. If I make this 42, and I start this up, it's gonna look really weird. Yeah, you can see that there are like little jaggies on the edge, which functionally it doesn't really make a difference, but I'm not a huge fan of it, so I try and avoid them at all costs. There's also a preview, and when I'm scaling these out, which I do on the sprite scale, not on the transform scale level, I just need to make sure that they're the same size. So if I want to build wow, I'm blanking on how to build a pentagon. Let's just make the bottom one first. Let's make the bottom thing, and then see where that goes. This section is 720. Yeah, I don't know. Well, man, this level's gonna look weird. I think this is probably a bad idea, but let's see where it takes us. My general approach to level design is just, oh, fuck it, let's see what happens. It's just maybe something interesting will take place. So the one thing that I really don't like about how this system is, this quote-unquote system is set up, is how I need to scale the sprite and also scale the collision mask, or the collider. And the numbers are silly because TK2D's sprite stuff, when you scale it, it's half the total width of the sprite and half the total height. So I need to set the size of the collider to double that, and I need to offset it. Whoops, that is not the right number. I need to offset it by half the width. It's not like the biggest pain in the ass, but it's less than ideal, I'd say. Really, I should probably just have that be procedural, but I'm not gonna do it. There's so many things I would love to do in this game, and I'm just not gonna do them anymore. That's the way it goes. That's the way cookie crumbles. All right, so that's an obstacle. Yeah. Now we'll just keep this going. Let's name this obstacle bottom, obstacle left, obstacle right. Obstacle top left, obstacle top right. Classic pentagons. Okay. Yeah, I'm pretty sloppy at the beginning of most of my levels, just because it's easier that way. And I know that no matter how much I try and plan something out, it's gonna end up being pretty junky. Let's try 180. No, let's try 36. It seems too high. Is that a multi? Yeah, you can divide 270 by 30 or by 7.5. Any of those things. Yeah, let's do 270. Really riveting stuff, huh? That's it. This is what people get into game development for. That's what I think. Yeah, I mean, I'm gonna occasionally need to check to make sure that I haven't switched to some non-existent view, because man, I was really bummed about that yesterday, especially because I ended up I don't know, I ended up making a cool level. I was happy with it. Yeah, like that'll do. Yeah, I kind of vacillate between going back and forth between using like hard number. I mean, like when I do a polish pass on a level, I'll always make sure to use numbers that make sure everything snaps and is flush against each other. But when I'm testing it out, I just can't be bothered. I don't. This level is going to be bad. I can already tell that. It's not. Doesn't seem ideal. I don't think it's really going to work out the way I envisioned it working out. Okay, so first thing I need to do with this. Oh, I made a mistake. I can't move the objects. I need to move the parent for obvious reasons. 72, 37, I think that was. Great. Let's rotate this. You should be 45. You should be negative 45. And what? Let's do a number. Let's figure something out. What did I make you guys? 270? How far will that get us? Cool. Sick X. Yeah. Alright. Why did I start that from the center? There are reasons. There are reasons for that. Ooh, that angle is not going to work. Ooh, doggy. This is the issue that I ran into yesterday as well, where just like it doesn't. So there's like a sweet spot as to where what the angle should be and what the position should be. And if I position it here, it's going to cut it off. Like this is too similar to the triangle, so I'm going to want something a little bit more stark, I think. But I don't know what that is. I was a terrible geometry student. I was a terrible student in general. I think it's probably 50, maybe 55. That's looking like 55. Oh yeah, that's the stuff. I think. Let's just turn this into some silly number. 480. That'll almost do. Fuck, I did it again. All right. Well, I'll just make the vertical ones go a little bit higher, I think. Yeah, this is it. There's like, I don't know. Maybe this is what level design is like. Unrelated to games. Really? Oh yeah, there are. You can hear them nonstop. Sorry, I have to keep my windows open because my apartment is a sweatbox. I work in a literal sweatshop. Yeah, you can probably also hear people shouting occasionally. Maybe that's why people put music on their streams. I have a hard time with music and talking and thinking, unless I'm doing like really. I mean, this is a pretty automatic task, but yeah, that's that summer sound. That's that summer feel. It's not. It's less nice that you can't hear people shouting. Because I mean, I agree. People shouting is my jam. Now it doesn't happen so much during the day. It's just at night. People just walk by, which is weird because it's a pretty quiet neighborhood, which is why you can hear cicadas. I saw my first cicada recently, which was neat. They're really dumb. They're not a. I don't know how they live for so long. It's weird. I watched it would just like crawl up the steps. It was trying to crawl up my front steps and failing miserably. Yeah, they are. Shouting bugs. Classic cicadas. I don't know that that's centered. That doesn't really look centered to me. Good enough. Good enough for now. Okay. I'm going to have to move it anyway. Yikes. That's the stuff. That's the stuff. I'm going to need to change this anchor as well. This should be on the left anchor. Cicada versus Junebug, who is worse in terms of what? Like what is the metric? I like them both. I think they're both hilarious. I like I've hung out in terms of intelligence. I don't know. I think cicadas, but I have limited interaction. I've had limited interactions with cicadas. I've only seen them just like walk around and try and climb things and then fall on their back and not be able to get up, which is hilarious. Tragic, probably pretty tragic if you think about it, but funny for me. I was into it. It's a 210 480. I think that should be I don't know. What do you guys think? Junebugs are pretty dumb too, though. They're not the sharpest. I think Junebugs just they just fly into screen doors a lot. That's the only way that I've ever interacted with them. Is just seeing them drive into screen doors. Why is this way? Shouldn't. That's pointing in the wrong direction. Should be what, negative 125? I cheated. You couldn't see it, but I used a calculator. Because I'm not going to do that. I'm not that guy. I'm not that guy who can just know that number. Come on. Get out of town. I made a little house. Huh. I'm not going to keep that house. That house will grow in weird ways, but maybe I'll try to make a house one day. In the game. Or in life. Either or. Okay, 270. Let's do 285. Almost there. 292.5. That's over what we need, but maybe it's okay. All right. So this, I'm pretty happy with this. When I'm spinning my cursor around, this is my test bed. This is my test bed scene. This isn't what the actual game is. And this is cool. It just lets me like toggle rules on and off at will, and I can choose a test stage. It's very important. And yeah, this is why like this segment or this naming convention is really dumb, because, excuse me, my voice cracked. Because I need to put the test number, but then there's like the sector kind of overrides the stage or something like that. I don't know. I need to clean this bit up because sectors were sort of a last minute add. Yeah, and one of the things that I also need to fix pretty soon in order to help my workflow is making it so I don't have to turn off the stage, because if I turn off the stage, then it doesn't initialize properly, and the game doesn't reset. Whoa! I made a mistake somewhere. Cool. Alright, so it doesn't look like... Oh, I know why. Oh, that probably has something to do with it. God damn, every time. Every single time. I should probably just, like, put a check in to make sure... that I'm not, I don't know. I'm not offsetting the position of the child objects or something. No, I didn't reset the stage. This is why it takes me so many years to make a game about triangles, because I'm not fast. I'm not Speedy Gonzalez, like one of those hip indie kids, you know. You can make a game in a second. Cool. So the other thing that I need to do, I mean, I'll need to fix the collision and stuff in a bit, but that doesn't really matter right now. I just want to see how it looks and get a feel before I waste any time doing that stuff. Yeah. So I mean, this is pretty similar to. Is it 55? Maybe 125? No. 125? I don't know. I'm trying to get a sense of what that angle actually is. I'll just do 135. 160. 150. Doesn't matter. Yo, 140. Let's do it. Just so people don't spawn in walls, and then yeah, I'll clean this up in a bit. Spawn points are really interesting to me because it sets the stage for the entire match. I think what's that? What numbers do I usually use? 135. I have numbers in my head that I just use all the time. It's just 45. What's wrong with me? What's wrong with my brain right now? Oh, because I'm doing 140. So let's do that. Yeah, I think there's like, it changes the dynamic of the match. If you have good or bad spawn points. So what I've been doing, and a lot of the levels that I've already done passes on, I tweak the spawn points and see how that changes like match outcome, and I'm still uncertain on how I feel about asymmetrical maps. That's kind of why I'm trying really hard to do like triangles and pentagons and stuff. Because I don't know that the game actually lends itself very well to it. And unfortunately, because of my circumstance, I popped out the other side. Right, I didn't set the collision. Because of the circumstance, it's really hard to actually get a sense of how this is not working as intended. Why is that happening? Why do you hate me? How is this actually growing? Oh, it's growing out. That thing is backwards. That top right one is flipped around. In a way, yeah, okay, you can see this thing, that little dot should be on the outside. I did that. I did that to myself. I know I did. And now I need to move its butt back here. So that grows too slowly for my liking, I think. I don't think it's bad. It's not as bad as I thought it would be. But I don't know. I don't think I actually got a real sense for it. So here's a cool thing about the game. It's not a cool thing about the game. It's a cool thing about how the game is made now. Like wall growth is measured in tiles, which is nice because, like, for aesthetic reasons primarily. Again, for those like half edge things, it's a little constraining because you can't tune a level to be exactly as, like, to move as fluently as you, or I don't know how to explain this. You know, sometimes you might need like a fraction of a tile in order for a level to feel really, really nice, and that's just what I have to compromise. Like that's the compromise I have to make in order to make something not look like garbage. So the default tile growth that I tend to start with is 1-1. But I'll show you, and you can see when I was playing it grew pretty slowly. But now if I set that to 4, which is going to be too big, it'll grow faster. Alright. Oh, and I get my triangle. It's too fast, but get a sense for how that level might actually play out. Yeah, man, when you primarily work in isolation on a multiplayer game, it can be frustrating. There can be a little I didn't really think that through, did you, John? Didn't think through having no people around to test the level when you really want to. And that's not entirely true. Like, my wife is around sometimes, and I have friends in my life, and we test stuff together. But sometimes. All right, let's fix these collisions. All right. I wish there wasn't a Twitch delay, and I could just ask you guys what 292.5 multiplied by 2 is. But now I know it's 585. I beat you to it. Come on. Come on. Hold up your end of the bargain. You know? That was a joke. You guys are doing great. Okay, and you need to be pushed forward 15. You need to be taken back 15. 585. Thanks. That's great. That's the only way I'm gonna do any arithmetic on this stream from now on. It's gonna take me forever. Hey, Necronis, cool. Hey, thanks for coming, and thanks, Alicia, for tweeting that out. Wait, why can I not see Necronis in the chat? Are you not? How are you chatting without viewing? Crazy. I don't understand how that... Man, I don't know how the teams do this. This streaming thing is complicated. I lost my train of thought. Here we go. 420, 240. No, 480. That's not how that works. That's 960. Woo! Hugh. Hey, Hugh. How's it going, man? Thanks for coming. Thanks for coming to hang out on Saturday morning. I'm glad we all live healthy, balanced lives. Classic Twitch. Cool. Thanks. Yeah, I don't know. I have a weird. I guess like this viewer thing. Oh, there you are. It just takes a little while to refresh, I guess. I don't know why. Doesn't really matter that much. Because you're here now. Because we're all here together. That is. You gotta balance that sweet with that bitter. Okay, this is... Oh man, I'm just making all the wrong choices. Yeah, for those just joining, this is my sophisticated level editor that I use, which is just the Unity editor. And I'm making a pentagon, which is painfully obvious. I'm gonna take a sip of water. Oh, that's the stuff. Alright, sorry if that was loud. Yeah, that feels like a level. I don't know, though. It seems a little tight. It seems a little tight to me. But I don't have a lot of room to play, because I think... Yeah, the edges are flush against the letterbox. I think I might actually just need to... Because if you have multiple people shooting... Let's see. Let's try and simulate a match. This is... Yikes. I have keyboard controls in the game. I talked about this on my Nightmare stream yesterday, where nobody was watching and nobody was... Because I tweeted that's the wrong URL, and also I had no like screen sharing on, really. It was just my dumb face and a black screen. Yeah, I have these like keyboard controls that are the worst, but I'm somewhat attached to them just because I know that not everyone has a gamepad and not everyone is like able to use a gamepad, and it makes it easier for mapping and stuff like that. Man, every time I touch it, I just feel like I forgot what it means to have a hand. Anyway, so let's... Whoa! Wow, that feels like a game. That feels like a game. You know what? This is probably okay. I think I might need to... Where's that? There we go. I think I might need to tune down... What? What do I need to tune down? The growth rate. I think I might need to tone down the growth rate. For starters, the obstacles on the left and the right, they do not need to grow along the y-axis. Obstacle on the bottom, you don't need to grow along the x-axis. It's just, how fast can people shoot? Sorry, I wasn't looking at the chat. How fast can people shoot if everyone shoots sequentially with no delay between shots? How fast does that happen? I.e., will the walls contract too fast? I will demonstrate. They will. They 100% will. I can't remember the exact delay on everyone's shots, but currently, I think it's under a second. And when the walls grow, like by the time that the walls have grown, I think everyone should have another shot. So this is what it would look like if 4 people shot. Ready? Ready? Here we go. It's too much. It's too much. That's like a 3-second match. But here's where it gets tricky. Here's the... the biggest problem with this video game is it doesn't. I have to use tiles. I was explaining this before. So there, I have those little spikes along the edge of the wall, and I really don't like it when you can see like a half spike. It just feels gross to me. So I originally, like zoom walls, these walls that are expanding, they would only I would just throw in an arbitrary number. I'd have like a growth rate of like 4.97 or something, and it modifies the scale. And instead what I do now is I say, this is how many tiles, how many of those little spikies I want you to grow by. And that's good from an aesthetic perspective, but it's really, really bad from a, not bad, but it's less flexible, which, that's a choice I've made. But then I get into these sort of situations where I have like a really tight level, and I just can't. I think I need to grow along the X and the Y. Yeah, I do. I'm just not allowed. I'm just not allowed to do them sometimes. Like I did a triangle level last night, and it was bad. I've talked about that triangle level enough. I should stop shitting on triangles. This whole game is made of triangles. Whew. I hope that answered your question, Necronus. Is that how you pronounce that? Necronus? Necronus? What if the spike walls have a very slight magnetic attraction? Not applying thrust to your ship, it will drift into the spikes. That sounds like a nightmare. That's a cool idea, but that sounds like it would be Necronus. Necronus. Alright, cool. We did it. We got there. Yeah, that sounds... People die really fast in this game. You don't get that impression. That's a little bit more manageable. You can't really get that impression when I'm playing by myself. But matches are really, really fast. So I think that if they had a pull, I like the idea of something having a magnetic pull, and I'm still working on some stage elements, so I might consider using that, because losing control is interesting, maybe. Yeah, but the walls are so dangerous already. Just like, especially with this rule. If I took it off, maybe, but I think I would rather make a special object. That pulls people in. You may ask, yeah, the intended distribution for this video game thing is PC, Mac, Linux, maybe eventually, hopefully, PS4 and Xbox One, sometime next year, like early next year. It was supposed to be done already, but video games, classic video games. Okay, well, I don't know if I have, that feels like I mean, I'm not gonna throw it out because it seems okay. I don't know that it's good. I need more people to play test. You do know. Yeah, you know what's up. Necronus. Okay. Let's make another one. Let's just do it. Let's keep this ball rolling. If you guys have any ideas for a cool stage, just let me know. Just shout a shape into the void, and I'll do it. I'll do it. I made an hourglass yesterday. I mean, I'm running out of shapes, and this is sort of what I feel like. There's a lot of. I'll show you something. Let me show you something. So there's not. The game doesn't just have like this stuff. There are some other stage elements. Where am I going? Some other stage elements. Let's just randomize it. Let's just randomize the sector, and we'll see what happens. The game crashes. We're not going to randomize the sector. We're not going to do that. But we are... Why did that happen? I don't know. We'll just choose level 5. Hopefully that works. Hopefully I didn't break something. What other shapes do I have so far? So many shapes. Just you name it. Yeah, seriously, right? I don't know what happened. The game was just working. Does it only... It might not work. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see why it's not working in a second. Oh, test sector, that's why. I meant to do test stage. No, just tell me, I'll let you know. I've got this one. You know, I've got this little jam-llama. Yeah, so I've got like these stage elements, which I use sometimes. I don't like this level, actually, at all. I think it's bad. Let's see what else we got. But those are movers. They're kind of cool, and you can like arrange them in neat different configurations like this. They're still a little buggy with their visual feedback. They don't grow, but they are affected by the quality of the walls. So the default wall is like a dangerous wall, but you can turn on bounce walls, which makes everything a little friendlier. Boom, boom, boom. And you can still have the walls growing while that's happening. And sounds like a smoke alarm needs battery. Is it this sound? 1, 2, 3. Because that might just be a sound effect, or maybe the audio is not doing well, or I don't know. Okay, no, then I have no idea what you're talking about. Sorry, Nick Cronus. I'm just gonna keep saying your name until it feels better. I guess it's not your real name. I don't think that's not your birth name, I'm presuming. Yeah, but you can get squished by these guys. I think they're moving a little slow to get squished. It's like a chirp. Yeah, no, there's nothing. Sorry. I wish it was my fault. Anyway, so yeah, we've got those stage elements. Got some. What else do I have? Got some of these. Oh, these are more movers. What am I doing? I don't really have official names for anything in the game. I wish I did. I wish I had better names for things that were like snappier, but the placement of moving objects reminds me of Conway's Game of Life. Conway's Game of... I don't know that game. Who's Conway? What's the Game of Life? Tell me about it. And that's not a question. Oh, there's the question. I don't know what that is. I feel really ignorant right now. Explain. Tell the class. Let's share. And I'll keep showing you this stuff. These are zap pads, which I like. You can claim them by driving over them. And then when you shoot, they explode. And if it... Here, let me do this. I'll claim a couple. You claim some. And I shoot. And that guy's... he's gone. Or she. I don't know. I don't know the answer to that. Why would it ban you? I haven't set anything up to ban people. So if I need to ban people, if I need to like set up a set of criteria for bots to ban people, then you should be scot-free. But I don't. Is that a default setting? Oh, you did it. Okay, cool. Conway's Game of Life. Oh, I do know this. Oh, yeah. I remember playing this in class. Cool. Yeah, I didn't set it up with that. I mean, maybe I should. Maybe you just dodged a bullet, but I didn't. Yeah, this is cool. These are interesting. I haven't. I'm gonna have to. I don't know enough about like the game systems to actually think about how those like rules or anything would work with Shoot Shoot Make Back, but that there might be something there. There might be something there. I'll have to let you know next stream. 2 streams from now. I need to read. Yeah, so I got this kind of stuff. I'm pretty into those, especially when you throw. I have a rule in the game where everyone can turn invisible. Oh, I guess everyone needs to shoot in order to turn invisible first. Yeah. Now everyone's invisible. But when you're invisible, you can like claim these, and so it's like there's an inherent risk to shooting at any given point in time. It can get pretty neat. Okay, we're talking about shapes now. Let's do it. What about a dissected dodecahedron? I'm trying to... Yeah, alright, okay, hold on. How do you envision this working? This looks amazing. If anyone else in chat can look at that. It's a great looking shape. You're making me feel really stupid, which is good. I love that feeling. I love it when people know more things than me. Yeah, let me lay it on me. Let's do it. Let's make this shape. Visualize it as pieces. So, like, if I get rid of the folded shapes and each one of these is its own separate section, like its own space, and then I have like teleporters between them or something? Is that what you're saying? Right, okay. Yeah, I was like, I thought you wanted me to build a 4-dimensional shape. I thought this was, if you see like a 2-dimensional rendering of like a hypercube or something, and it just looks like a couple squares overlaid, I'm like, oh no, I don't know if I'm ready to break space-time. Not today. It's a 6x6 connected structure. Yeah. Oh, this isn't one shape in 2 different orientations. This is a single shape. I should share with the class. How do I do this? I think I can, boom. Yeah, so this, I guess, like, so you can battle in either the left side or the right side and have a narrow traversal. Okay, so that's cool. That's a cool idea. And I like that. I really like that, actually. I don't know if I can do it with the stark angles, but something based on that is actually really, really interesting. Yeah, I'm gonna try something. I'm gonna try like I don't have a lot more time, because I have someone coming to buy vases. But okay, yeah, Necronus, cool. Thank you for that. This is gonna be interesting. Let's rock and roll. So I'm actually gonna build this as like a teleporter level. So I have some stages, which are teleporter stages. They're these like blue things. Look at us, just a couple of business folk. Just a couple of us just needing to do some business. You to your meeting. I have to throw some vases or vases at some guy named Doug, or I don't know what his name is. Duncan, maybe? We're basically the same. Yeah, let's see how quickly I can throw this together. This is a bad level to copy over for that. I'll just, it doesn't matter. I need to fix my naming. Before the next stream, I'm going to fix the naming convention for stages so I don't have to make them sequentially, like numerically. Duckin' vases. Sounds like a video game. Just gotta watch out. Don't let them hit you in the face. Necronus, I like your enthusiasm. I like your engagement. It makes this feel less lonely, and I appreciate it. And if that sounds sarcastic, that's just my voice. It's just how my words sound coming out of my mouth. But I really appreciate it. Thank you. All right, what do we got here? This is an interesting thing that I have to do with Zoom walls. Sorry, I know I said I have not a lot of time and I want to build a level, but because the center grows out, it also just for like the way collision and stuff works, and I decided that I want them to also appear from off screen, so there's kind of like a multiverse and stuff. Okay, Necronus, hey, that's okay, go to your meeting. Maybe it's a little distracting, but I enjoy it, whatever, this is fun. It's a Saturday, it's fun work, so thank you for coming, I appreciate it. And maybe next stream, if you're in, I'll show you the level that you inspired. Yeah, anyway, so this stuff's kind of interesting, but I'm not going to need to, I'm sure there's as I was talking about it, I don't really know why I have these off stage. It has something to do with, see you later, Necronus. Okay, take it easy. It has something to do with screen wrap, and I'm sure it's really, really important, but I have very few ideas as to why I actually needed them in the first place. Anyway, it doesn't matter. These are getting blown out. Bam! Go away. And I will only use 2 telepads. So we can get rid of these guys. Telepad partner. Let's rename them. All right. 0. I don't know why I did negative 180. 180 and 0. Let's situate you guys just there. Man, is Necronus gone? Because I really like Necronus. Necronus is really super nice. There's a void now. Like, I don't know. It really made my morning. I don't know if it made for an interesting stream, but it was fun for me. Yeah, okay, cool. So I've set up my telepads. I need to set up some obstacles now too. And I'm gonna want to build like a couple boxes. Let's build like so instead of doing like that weird shape that you're showing, I want to do like, I want to have like a box here, and then like almost like a little weight. Yeah, it'll be a closed stage, I think. I don't know. We'll just see how it goes. How am I gonna do that? So I can just have like one along the top, one along the bottom. and then another one kind of in the middle or something, another 2 in the middle, and then 2 along the side. Yeah. Oh man. So let's do the one along the top. That'll be 720. Just make it 15, just so we have enough space. Make 2 of those. Obstacle. I'm trying to figure out like the best mic position. I'm like reaching my arm around the mic. It should probably be like on my. Hold on, I'm gonna move this. It's too far. It's too far. Can't do it. Maybe I'll just keep it in frame. As you can tell, I'm clearly a consummate professional. What are we doing? All right, so the obstacle on top. You need a top anchor, and I want to put you on 540, 1080p, bro. This bottom anchor, negative 540. Awesome. And because I don't want to forget, and I most definitely will, let's set the collision size, the collider size. Cool. All right. Got those 2 in place. That feels great. No, I don't. All right, now let's do the left and right. Left obstacle right. Yeah, I'll want these to be to go all the way to the top of the screen, which is 540. We'll stick to 15, which is a nice number. I don't know why I didn't do that for both of them. So I'm still kind of losing my mind at like requesting a shape to make, and then I just threw it. Necronus just like threw out a shape that I've never heard of, could not understand by looking at the image, but like there was a definite magic there, and this I think this level is gonna be really, really cool. Oh man. Am I blushing? I think I'm blushing. I might be smitten. Oh, yeah. Okay. Cool. So we got those. I'm gonna have to bring these telepaths in a bit. So you need to go to like, let's just put you at 500. No, it's gonna have to be way closer. I think. And I'm gonna need another top and bottom, which I need to figure out how to name. Obstacle top center. Bottom center. again, need a top anchor. Get out of here. You need bottom anchor. This is not exactly how I envisioned it. I might need to make this bigger. Maybe it's 180 by 180. I'm very excited for this. I'm very excited for this. It is also possible that this is going to be a fucking garbage level. But I'm okay with that. It's just the object. That's why I can't find it. All right, let's take it for a spin. Yeah, 18. Is that 18? Oh no, why is there that thing in the middle there? Oh, I made a mistake. I have faith in it too, Hube. I have faith in it too. What the hell? Wait a minute. It's the bottom. Why is the... What's going on here? Oh, that's the bottom center. Oops. Whoops. My mistake. My mistake. 0. Negative 540. Yeah, I mean, it's just going to be an H. I don't have enough screen real estate to make something actually that cool. But I'm thinking, like, if I have this H level, if I have Hube's level, like, over time, this can close. And you can, like, warp between them. Guys, is this cool? Is this a cool idea, or is this stupid? I need to know right now. What do you guys think of that? Come on. Lay it on me. I need to know. Also, I need to leave. So, this is all that I'm going to do today. But, I think this could be cool, right? Maybe I need to take the left and right wall. This is going place! This is going place! I think it needs a 100. I mean, everything. My life needs playtesting. Yeah. The spawn points are garbage. Rotate the cubes 90 degrees so they meet sooner. 45 degrees? Because I'm gonna assume you mean 45 degrees. Yeah, we can try that. I have another level like that though, so I kind of wanted. But you're probably right. Like it'll probably be better. I don't have one with I don't have one with walls like that. Let's see. Let's see what classic math. Classic math for whoa. Oh, right, because it's not centered in the way I thought it was centered. Well, if I'm just gonna change these to center anchors. Hugh, you lost your H, though. Are you willing to give that up? This does look cooler, though. Yeah, I do have control. I haven't set the spawn points yet. Like, if I was start, oh, here, I'll kill guys. Oh my god, this is so slow. I need to bump up that. So I don't need to necessarily, so a thing that I can do, and tell me what you think of this, is I have the ability to just like change the growth of those two and make them close faster. So it doesn't necessarily, like, I can keep an H, although I think the shape is more visually interesting. Bow tie. I'm gonna have to move these spawn points probably, but like so they're more in the center because eventually, like, they need to be visible up until the end, basically. I was thinking about 3 or 4 connected areas of different sizes that collapse in on themselves, but at different times. That's a great idea. That's an incredible idea. Oh, yeah, so I have something not exactly like that. That's a sort of a riff on a different one. Which one is it? This one, yeah. I'll quickly show that, and then I will. Oh, that's so cool. But what's to stop them? Like, I would need teleporters, right? Like, I need... Oh, that's really neat, though. Jeez, cool idea. I gotta think on that, but that's awesome. Yeah, so I have like this, which is not exactly what you're saying. And I mean, it's in fact the exact opposite of what you were saying. But where they all start separate and then they have things that all collapse in simultaneously. But would they be able to move between rooms 1, 2, and 3 at any point in time, or would they be gated in some way? Right. So it would sort of have to be stacked, where you have like almost like a pyramid. Cool. That's a cool idea. I'm gonna play around with that. The tunnels would close, yeah, and if you get stuck in them, you're dead, obviously. Cool. All right. Well, I desperately need to go to the washroom. My bladder is gonna rupture in a hot minute. But I just wanted to say thank you. Oh, wait, hold on. You guys are talking still. Would the roomie should be the only one to shrink? These are all really good questions. I don't want to end this. I don't want to end this because you guys are saying important things. I am going to switch to my other view. They would all shrink with the small. Yeah, no, I understand what you're saying, Nemo Grinder. That is a cool idea. I gotta go to the bathroom. Sorry guys. But yeah, no, thank you so much for coming and watching this stream. It was a handful of you, but I had a really good time, and yesterday literally nobody watched my stream, and today I have a few people. I'm glad that this is the first one with people, because yesterday was the worst. It was the worst thing in the world. I'm going to be doing these semi-frequently. I'm getting ready for PAX. Thanks, you guys. Thank Laundry Bear Guy. Thank you, Gabby and Andrew. Yeah, I'm getting ready for PAX, so I'm actually not going to be at Tarantaro because I'm flying out to Seattle that day to show the game. But I'm hoping to get one more stream in before I go, and then I will be doing, when I get back from PAX, I will, what am I going to do? I'm going to try and figure out like a weekly schedule for both making and playing games on this channel, and playing this game, like just doing some playtests and stuff with like other people who are working on it or friends or whatever. Yeah. Anyway, thank you so much for coming, and razz the Blasters team at PAX. I will. I'll say, hey Blasters team, you just got razzed by John and Nemo Grinder. Okay, time to go. Bye guys, thanks for coming.